everyone. Hackers and scammers are extremely clever and they are incessant these days. People keep sending me screenshots of text message that they supposedly have gotten from Coinbase about their account being compromised and they're supposed to call a number to secure it. Of course, there's hackers on scammers on the other side of that phone number. People are sending me screenshots of emails they're getting where people are, supposedly their accounts have been compromised or tech support needs access to help them secure their accounts, or there's fraudulent activity and they're supposed to call this number to resolve potentially fraudulent activity on their account. Hackers and scammers are trying everything. They're blasting tens of thousands of text messages every day, probably millions every day, to people all over that are claiming to be from Google, claiming to be from Coinbase, claiming to be from anybody that would give them access to your accounts. Um, One second, let me get through traffic here. Um, they especially want to get in Coinbase accounts because obviously that gives them access to your Bitcoin if it's in Coinbase. But what they really want is access to your Google account because most people use the Google Password Manager and they have all their passwords in there, including Coinbase. And most people use Google Authenticator for two-factor authentication. And all of their two-factor authentication codes are backed up to their Google account. And Google does not require two-factor authentication to be on the account, which is insane. I cannot believe that Google does not require two-factor authentication to be on a Gmail account. So hackers and scammers are constantly trying to hack Coinbase accounts because it gives them access to your Bitcoin, or Google accounts because it gives them access to everything. If they can get access to your Gmail account, they can use that Gmail account to log into anywhere that the Gmail Google Password Manager has the password saved for. And for all of those sites, which probably all of them require two-factor authentication, they have access then to your Google Authenticator to get two-factor authentication codes off of that. Now, if your two-factor authentication codes go to your phone as a text message rather than two-factor authentication codes coming from Google Authenticator, then obviously they do not have access to that unless, of course, your AT&T or Verizon or C Spire or whatever you're using is backed up in your Google Password Manager. Which point they, of course, will log into AT&T. They will port your phone number in the middle of the night over to a device that they can control using, once again, your Google Password Manager and your saved AT&T credentials, plus the two-factor authentication code that comes to off of Google Authenticator. Now, again, if you get a text message from AT&T as your two-factor authentication code, then they're stuck because they have access to your AT&T account, but not the two-factor authentication code because it's going to a phone number they're trying to port and they can't have access to it. But all of this to say, you need to buy a Bitkey and secure your Bitcoin with Bitkey. www.bitkey.world, Bitkey.world. The link is in this video description. Please go buy yourself a Bitkey for $150. It's the best money you'll ever spend. It is the most secure way to keep your Bitcoin. Now, Bitkey thought of everything. It's made by the company that is behind the Square payment terminals. The company name is Block Incorporated. It's a publicly traded company in the United States. It's a large company. The CEO is Jack Dorsey, the founder of Twitter. He started two companies, Twitter, which he sold to Elon Musk, and Square, which he rebranded to Block because they were doing stuff related to Bitcoin, and it was a sort of a hat tip to the blockchain. So anyway, they renamed themselves Block. But anyway, they make the Cash App mobile app. They also make the Square payment terminals, and they do a bunch of other stuff. But one of their products is the Bitkey device to secure Bitcoin because Jack Dorsey is a big fan of Bitcoin. So they thought of everything. If you lose your phone, you can restore your the key to your Bitcoin to a new phone with the Bitkey device. If you lose the Bitkey device, you can restore the key to a new Bitkey device from your phone. So if you lose your phone, you can restore from the Bitkey device. If you lose the Bitkey device, you can restore from your phone. If you lose both of them at the same time, all you have to do is use what's called trusted contacts. Trusted contacts is a contact of yours that can help you decrypt an encrypted copy of your key that is stored in your iCloud account or your Google account. So even if you lose your phone and your Bitkey device simultaneously, you can leverage one of your trusted contacts, which is a family member or a friend or something like that, to read off a decryption code that will enable you to get access to your Bitcoin because the key is saved to your Bitcoin in your iCloud account or Google account. So even if you lose the Bitkey device and you lose your phone, one of your trusted contacts can help you get access. And if that's still not good enough for you because you're still worried about it, you can set up inheritance planning in your Bitkey device. And if you die, then after 6 months, the person who is set up to inherit the Bitcoin from your Bitkey device, which requires them to also have a Bitkey device, that person can, for 6 months, they can go through a process with a waiting period to get the your Bitcoin transferred over to their Bitkey device. So if you're worried that you're going to lose your Bitcoin because you're going to go down in a plane crash and nobody will be able to unlock your Bitkey device because it's got your fingerprint and obviously you're not available, and your loved ones will not be able to access your iCloud account because somehow they just won't, even though obviously that happens all the time that people pass away and their loved ones get access to their iCloud account or Google account, which gives them access to bank accounts and all that sort of stuff. You just have to produce a death certificate and go through a whole process to authenticate that you really are the loved one and, all that. But if none of that is good enough for you, you can set up inheritance planning as a backup to all of that. So in case all of your, in case you go down in a plane crash, your Bitkey burns up in a house fire, your phone goes down in the same plane crash, all your trusted contacts happen to be on the same plane, they all go down in the plane crash. Nobody can figure out how to recover any of the iCloud accounts for you or any of your trusted contacts. Well, then you have inheritance planning, and your loved one will still get your Bitcoin after a 6 month waiting period. And during that time, they have to go through the process, and you get lots of alerts to your phone, which is at the bottom of the ocean, presumably, your email account, which obviously your loved ones should have access to after you pass away, asking if you want to complete the inheritance process. And after literally a 6 month waiting period, just to make sure you're actually super dead and, and you're not responding to any push notifications and you're not responding to any emails and you are showing no signs of life for more than 6 months, then the inheritance process will be allowed to move forward to move your Bitcoin to your loved one. So it's really, Bitkey is genius. They set it up where it's basically impossible to lose your Bitcoin. As long as you have at least one trusted contact set up, there's basically no way you could possibly lose your Bitcoin. It's super easy to use. It's super straightforward. There is just no reason not to buy yourself a Bitkey. Please, I will be your personal technical support representative. If you're not comfortable somehow with any of this, just call me. I will walk you through getting your Bitkey set up. I will answer questions. You can message me. You can text me at 601-207-0813. I've got an entire video, which I will post in the comments, about how to set up a Bitkey device. It's super simple. I walk Ali Shaw through setting a Bitkey device from scratch, complete with, screenshots and everything. I promise you can do it. I promise you're not going to mess it up. I promise it's so unbelievably simple. You're going to think, wow, I should have done that a long time ago. And when you realize that for most people, access to their Bitcoin on Coinbase is as simple as hacking their Google account because, again, they get your password manager on Google. If they hack your Google account, your Gmail account, they get your password manager on Google. And if Coinbase is in there, they're going to have that password. And if two-factor authentication is set up with Google Authenticator, a hacker or a scammer is going to get that too because that's all backed up to the Google or the Apple iCloud or Google Cloud with the Google Authenticator app. So please buy yourself a Bitkey. I promise it's straightforward. You can do it. There is absolutely no reason to trust someone else with your Bitcoin that can get hacked or scammed, or even trust yourself not to get scammed with people calling constantly claiming to be Coinbase, claiming to be Google, claiming to be securing your account, claiming that there was unauthorized activity on your account and they just need you to verify a few things for them to secure your account, of course, they're trying to steal your Bitcoin. So please get yourself a Bitkey. Your Bitcoin is way safer, and they thought of everything, and there's just no possible way to mess up Bitkey. Again, as long as you have at least one trusted contact set up, you're not going to mess it up. You're not going to lose your Bitcoin. As long as you have at least one trusted contact set up, you can do it. You should do it. Your Bitcoin, it should not be one hack away from a scammer or a hacker. Bitkey eliminates all of that risk. Please get yourself a Bitkey. And if you can't afford it, because it's $149, message me and I will send you $50 so that the price is $99 for you. If the price is the prohibiting factor, I will get the price personally out of my own pocket below $100 by sending you $50 to enable you to get a Bitkey and store your Bitcoin out of the hands of hackers and out of the hands of scammers. Please do it. Please, please, please do it. Even if you're too scared to set it up right now, just buy it. The mere fact that you're holding it will make you more comfortable with it. And look, you can set it up and not transfer any Bitcoin to it. You can just set it up, and once you see how easy it is, my guess is you'll say, hey, it makes sense. But look, if there's some big scare and you need to feel comfortable transferring to your Bitkey, well, at least you got it. Go ahead and buy one. There's no reason not to. You need a Bitkey, everyone. Link is in the description. Please buy a Bitkey. You won't regret it. Thanks.